We're excited. Today is going to be incredible. We're going to go over the proper technique for pumping on your wing foil. This is in high demand, and we got a special guest today. We're going to introduce the man behind all these videos, Gwen, the man. He's going to join us, give us his insight. So get ready. Here we go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't liked or subscribed, we really appreciate it. Please do that. We got more videos coming. Today is a very special day because we're going to cover the proper technique for pumping on a wing foil. And even better, we have the man behind all these videos, Gwen. He's absolutely a rock star. He's totally hooked on winging. He's really freaking good. So I wanted his input because in all these videos, he has the background behind this as well as my opinion. And we're here to help you guys, and I wanted you guys to meet him. He's been trying to stay behind the camera, but I'm trying to get him in front of the camera because I think he's super valuable. So anyhow, we're lucky to have Gwen.
So today there is nobody behind the camera, so hopefully everything goes well.
Hopefully we get the shot. So the goal is, I'm gonna go over the proper technique from my opinion. Then Gwen's gonna give it from his opinion, because our goal is to give you guys as much info to hopefully help you in that next step, which is the hardest one, is connecting with the wing and getting that perfect pump to get up on the foil. And we're now looking at a bigger picture at this because a lot of people have reached out going, man, I'm really struggling, I'm right here. And so we're really gonna break it down, and let's get to it. So what I wanna say that's very important, and I'll get it started if that's cool. Here's my biggest input I could give to everybody. You know, at first you learn this sport, you think straight arm, kind of back arm pull, and if your wing starts flapping or making noises, it's not really working for you. So the biggest tip I could say is try to take your arms and go to the beach and try this, but grab your wing and try to do this like, almost like you're trying to roll, I don't know, your arms like in a motion like this, okay? And what you're trying to do is you're trying to, when you pump, you're trying to do this and you're trying to make that wing tension and power efficiently. So if I'm just going like this, it's just shaking. It's only gonna power so much. But if I really get on it like this, what also happens is when I go up, it's up high, which is creating the lift to kind of lighten me off the board. So I'm trying to get lift up and then generate the pull to go. And this little motion right here, I want you to try this with your wing, and I want you to work on it on the beach and feel it, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start to realize that the wing actually works with itself on the perfect motion. If it's going bang, 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 it's not working. If it's really smooth, it's working. You'll see how much pull that can generate. So in my opinion, not necessarily this, not like this, really try to make this motion like this. I'll let Gwen chime in on that side.
Yeah, I think it's about like scooping the wind. Basically, the pumping, what you want is to keep air in your wing so that it creates, so of course there is pumping, so it's gonna be, you know, the power is gonna go slightly up and down, but if you just go out and back, then the power would just be like, it would be like, you know, impact. But what you want is more like woof, 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 more than like poop, 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 you know?
Yeah, if you're hearing that wing.
So you get more power over your entire pumping than just that one motion, you know?
100%. So just go to the beach, try to feel that wing, and what Gwen is saying is what you're looking for is that not an inconsistent pop, pop, pop. That's not working for you. You're looking to create this long pull, long motion of pull, and as that wing comes back, it re-pulls again, and you can create so much more energy and so much more pull that way. The next step I really want to go into that I think just relates to this perfectly. We're watching some videos to help you guys get like fine-tuned on some little tricks. The other trick is with the board. So as I do this motion, what I want you guys to think about is, think of like if you had socks on and you're sitting at your house and you're trying to like scoot across the floor with your socks on, and you're kind of like that motion, if I do that with the wing and I scoot, what actually happens is I push that board to generate more momentum as well, to get it to go faster, because the more movement I can get that board going with the generation or with the power pull of the wing, I can actually get moving so that it actually even gets my speed up sooner, and I'm using this like hip push to get the board moving. And I really think it can help you. So, you know, see if you can get that, like almost like you're trying to get light and you're trying to scoot that board, and just stay on it, and just that nice solid scoop, and hopefully this is going to help you. Glenn?
Yeah, I think it's perfect what you said, because it's really about like transferring the power that's it's in the wind, it goes in your wing, and you're trying to transfer it in the bird so that it translates into speed. So the pumping, you are basically trying to go from low speed where you can't get up on the foil to pick up speed where you can't get up on the foil.
There's a fine line right there, fine line. If that speed's not there, you're not getting up. So make sure, you know, when you give it all, if you're not moving, relax.
Yes, and there is a synchronized movement, because like you said, you are trying to scoot the bird and give that power to the bird, so it needs to be synchronized with
that motion.
And it's
right here.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's like you're gonna feel it. Once you get it, you're gonna feel it. If it's out of synchronization, it's gonna feel weird and it's just not gonna be effective. Once you finally get it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, you know, like now I get that movement. The other thing is, which might be the next thing that you're gonna talk about, is how your weight is on the bird. So to me, when I'm cruising and I'm not pumping yet, so I'm going upwind so I don't lose ground. I feel the gust, now I'm gonna start pumping. So I'm gonna start that motion, I'm gonna put more weight on my front foot, which is gonna turn my bird slightly downwind. And I'm trying to, so not only like pick up that speed, but also relieve my weight from the bird, and then add weight on the front. So I relieve, add weight on the front. I relieve, add weight on the front, because what I'm picturing here is when you have your bird with the foil and you push it on the water, there is nothing on the bird.
Yep.
It's just the bird. You push it on the water, the bird is going to come up.
Yep.
That's just how, when the bird picks up speed, the foil lifts. So by me picking up speed, if I relieve my weight, the bird is going to want to go up.
100%.
But what I want is I want to keep the bird flat.
Level.
Yeah. So I relieve my weight. It's going to create some lift because now there's less weight on the bird. And now right away I put my weight on the front. And so it's kind of like if you would, you know, a takeoff on the plane. I don't fly a plane, so I don't know if that's how it is. But like I would see it as like you would go here and then here and then here.
Yeah.
Rather than just here. So that's kind of how with the pumping I do it, is like I feel like it's small step as you are getting up on the foil.
To build your way up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that you keep the bird flat and you do like some yeah.
Yeah, what Gwen is saying, a very good example is, if this is my board and I lift up too hard, that you're actually breaking. That foil is gonna break. So what you're trying to do is you're actually trying to lift and get flat, so it glides. Lift and get flat and it glides. If you go like this too much, you're just plowing, you're not gonna move forward, you're not gonna get up. Something, as you were saying that, kind of sparked my brain, and I would say, you know, the reason why we do this scooping motion is, think this one out. If my wing is right here and I'm right here, okay, I'm pulling sideways. If I actually lift that wing up here and I scoop down, what I'm actually doing is lifting myself a little bit up too, which helps release the board. So if I can actually get the wing up, pull down in a sideways butt down motion, that's actually gonna pull me and get me a little lighter on the board to help unstick the board. So think of it, instead of totally sideways, think of it as I'm kind of scooping from up high, and we're gonna slow-mo a bunch of video here to really kind of fine tune it for you guys. So
I would say like there is also one last step in the pumping. Is like, okay, you know, you did everything, you pump, you are up on the foil, and the last step, because in that pumping process you were going downwind, slightly downwind. So once you are up and you stop pumping, you do need to angle the board into the wind, and that's another like challenge
Yeah.
of, you know, going upwind, which, you know, we will make a video because I think this is like something that people have a hard time with, so we should
sure.
provide some tips. But when you are done with pumping and you are up on the foil because you were going downwind, make sure you boom go upwind.
Yeah, I mean, you know, really, it's a fine line. When you get up on the board, this pumping works for you guys. That angle, you're going a hair downwind to get up onto that foil. Once you're up, what Gwen is saying is just be very cautious of, you want to start edging into the wind, but if that nose comes up, obviously either sheet out on the wing, relax a little power, change maybe your angles on your board. All that is something that comes with experience and you start to learn it. But to stay upwind, you definitely want to be kind of cranking into the wind a little bit more, and that comes with time. And it's a very good point when you watch this video and you go out and you get up on your first time and you're going, you know, make sure you're not going straight downwind. Just start to kind of crack into the wind. You're going to create more pressure in the wing, and hopefully it'll level you out and make it a little bit easier to stay on foil. I'm really excited to have Gwen here because this dude has been making all these videos. He's a total rock star. He literally rips on a wing, and I'm just super stoked to have him here. And I wanted his input on this because he's very talented, and this is our message in all these videos to you guys. We're here to help. We got plenty more coming, and just super stoked to have this guy. And I know he loves winging. Like the second this ends, he's like, pew, onto the water. So we just really appreciate you guys. That's kind of our general tip of pumping. And we just kind of want to break it down a little bit more as we learn more and as we can share more information with you guys. So Gwen, do you have anything to say to these wonderful people?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, again, like, you know, winging is so hard, and you know, we have experience with water sports, which helps hugely. We have experience foiling, you know, before we started winging, which again, like, but I see, like, you know, my sister-in-law, she's starting, she has zero experience, and wing foiling is so hard. But the truth is, she is picking it up, and she is doing it. So it is possible, but
let me break something down here. Gwen, how long have you been wing surfing?
Like 2 months.
Okay, so 2 months. He's doing tax jibes. He's just playing 2 months, people. Now, yes, water sports background is good. I'm just saying, you can do this.
It is, yeah, it is hard, and so I would say just like don't get discouraged. You have to keep at it. And it's not, sometimes it's going to be frustrating because you feel like you got it and then you go back the next time and actually you didn't. It also might change, I mean, you know, condition change.
Yeah.
So sometimes you go on flat and you feel really good, you feel like, oh, you know, I got it, like I'm a rock star, and then you go and there's more chop and then you can't do it. Yeah. So it's frustrating sometimes, but just keep going because you're going to get it.
Amen.
It's crazy. I mean, Kelly, you know, you guys have seen videos of Kelly, like she started from zero and she just like kept going and like even what would feel like no progress sometime, like day after day, and now she's doing it. So
and remember this is super important. Anything wind related, kite surfing, wing foiling, you name it, look, we're dependent on Mother Nature. So Gwen nailed it on the button. Conditions change every day. That's what makes it so unique. It's not something you go to the gym, pick up the same weights, it's 20 pounds. This is like, different conditions, waves, chop, squalls coming, everything changes. So enjoy this process because yes, it is challenging, but man, that's what life's about, learning something new, getting out there, enjoying it with your friends, sharing it with your family, and meeting incredible people like this, and sharing your information to people like you. So make sure to like and subscribe. We got plenty more videos coming, and super stoked to have Gwen here. So do you want to see more of Gwen? Yes, for sure. Who knows if you can hit record?
We need somebody behind the camera.
Anyhow, thank you guys so much. Until next time, Gwen.